Hi guys, welcome back to this week's Technical Insights. Singapore shares ended a short trading week with gains on Thursday, August 31st, ahead of the public holiday for the presidential election on Friday. The Straits Times Index was up 13 points or 0.41% to finish the day at 3,233 points, taking signs from overnight Wall Street gains. The benchmark index added 43 points or 1.36% over the whole week. In total, 2.1 billion securities worth 2.4 billion were traded last Thursday. Winners edged losers 275 to 259. Gains were led by Jardine CNC, Jardine Matheson, Wilmar, and DBS. China shares rose on Friday, led by property stocks as Beijing rolled out more measures to support this fluttering housing sector, and factory activity surprisingly expanded last month. China Blue Chip Index CSI 300 closed up 0.7%, while the Shanghai Composite gained 0.43%. The Hong Kong market was closed on Friday due to Typhoon Fiona. For the week, China's CSI Index rose 2.2%, while the Hong Kong Benchmark Index added 2.37%. China's central banks and financial regulator issued notices to ease some borrowing to aid home buyers, including lowering the existing mortgage rate for first-time home buyers and the down payment ratio in some cities, in its latest efforts to revive the crisis-hit property market. Analysts said that the move should improve sentiment around the property market. Following this, 5 of China's biggest banks cut interest rates on a range of deposits in a coordinated effort to ease the pressure on the shrinking margin, as lenders move to lower mortgage rates. China is set to take further actions, including relaxing home purchase restrictions, Reuters reported. The market is also watching a key vote on embedded Chinese developer Country Garden. The company has delayed a deadline for creditors to vote on whether to postpone the payment for an onshore private bond. The Dow Jones Index rose on Friday as traders weigh the latest US job report to conclude a winning week. The 30 stocks Dow ticked up 115 points or 0.33% to close at 34,837 points. The S&P 500 added roughly 0.18% or 8 points to finish at 4,515 points. The Nasdaq Composite, however, inched down 0.02% to end the day at 14,031 points. The major averages were up sharply earlier in the day on Friday. The Dow briefly traded above 250 points, while the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq climbed about 0.8% each before closing towards the end of the day. The Dow and Nasdaq added 1.43% and 3.25% for the week respectively, notching their best performance since July. The S&P 500 gained 2.5% to gain its best week since June this year. The latest non-farm payroll report showed that the unemployment rate ticked higher to 3.8% in August, reaching its highest level in more than a year. Economists had expected it to remain at 3.5%. In another sign of a slowing economy and the easing pricing pressure, average hourly earnings increased 4.3% year-on-year, less than the 4.4% increase expected by economists told by Dow Jones. August payroll grew at a faster than expected pace, with 187,000 being added. However, job numbers first reported for June and July were revised downward by a combined 110,000. Even though trends in inflation are moving in the right direction, and a broader view of the employment market would indicate wage pressure should subside, overall US economic growth is above trend, and inflation remains well above the Fed recently affirmation of the 2% target. Following the non-farm payroll data, CME Group FedWatch 2 showed traders has priced in a 94% chance of the central bank holding rates at the current level at its policy meeting later this month on 20th of September. So for this week's technical analysis, let's look at the top gainer of this week on STI, which is Wilmar and DBS. First, let's look at Wilmar International. Wilmar International engages in the processing, merchandising, and distribution of agricultural products like palm oil. The company's shares are currently trading around the $3.78 level. The year-to-date daily chart for Wilmar shows that the price has been trading in a range between $3.49 to between $4.12 for this year. The candlestick analysis of Wilmar showed a bullish engulfing pattern happening on 31st August last Thursday. This pattern suggests that there is strong buyer interest and the uptrend that we saw last week is likely to continue. The Bollinger Band analysis of Wilmar shows that the price is currently trading closer to the upper bound of the Bollinger Band at $3.84. The 20 days moving average or the white line, which is the Bollinger Band basis, is currently at $3.64, which provided a very strong support for Wilmar shares on Thursday. The moving average analysis of Wilmar shows that the 20 days and the 50 days moving average, which is the white and yellow line respectively, are starting to slope upwards, which may indicate a change of a downtrend we observed since the year-to-date high that we saw on 4th of April at $4.12. The MACD analysis of Wilmar shows that the MACD turned positive last Wednesday and is currently firmly above the zero baseline. This suggests very strong uptrend momentum, and this trend is likely to continue once both the MACD line and the signal line reach above the zero baseline. The RSI analysis of Wilmar shows that the RSI is currently at 63.76, which is a sign that the uptrend is healthy and may gain momentum going forward, and it still has some way to go before it touches the 70-point overbought mark. In conclusion, the technical analysis of Wilmar suggests that the price has a strong uptrend momentum, and this momentum may carry on for the next few weeks. The immediate resistance level to watch for Wilmar share price is the $3.38 level and the $3.87 level, which was the recent high we saw on 31st July, and also the critical level of the 200 days moving average, which is the red line. If the price can break above the resistance level of $3.87, it could signal a continuation of the uptrend and retest the year-to-date high in June at $4.12. Support now for Wilmar is around the double bottom region that you see over here, which is around the $3.50 level, with the next level of support being at the last year October low at $3.29. Next, let's look at DBS Group Holding. DBS Group share price are currently trading around the $33.30 level. The year-to-date chart of DBS shows that the price has been in a range-bound kind of trading pattern between the $29.82 year-to-date low and the $34.58 year-to-date high since the beginning of the year. The candlestick analysis of DBS shows a mix of bullish and bearish pattern. This suggests that the market is undecided about the direction of the price and may continue to stay range-bound. The Bollinger Band analysis of DBS shows that the price is currently trading near the middle of the band or the Bollinger Band basis, which is the 20 days MA, which is a sign of neutral conditions. The bands are not expanding nor contracting significantly, which means that there isn't much of a significant volatility in DBS Group share prices. The moving average analysis of DBS shows that the 50 days moving average, which is the yellow line, crossed above the 200 days moving average, which is the red line, on 25th of August. A sign that there could be a change of trend upwards since the year-to-date low that we saw on 31st May at $29.82. However, the 20 days moving average is starting to flatten out, which suggests that the uptrend may be weak. The MACD analysis of DBS shows that the MACD is currently negative. This suggests the presence of negative momentum in DBS Bank share price. The RSI analysis of DBS shows that the RSI is currently closer to the neutral territory, reading at 58 right now, which suggests that the market is still undecided about the direction of the share price or that the uptrend is weak. Overall, the technical analysis of DBS suggests that the price is in a neutral trend or a range-bound kind of condition, and the price is currently trading near to the year-to-date high of $34.58, with resistance also coming in at 1st August high of $34.07. Support may come in at the lower bound of the Bollinger Band, which is the lower band white line, and has found confluence with 21st August low at $32.38. So with that, I have come to the end of this week's video. If you find it useful, do give us a like or a share and consider hitting that subscribe button to stay up to date to our latest content. And I'll see you again next week in the next Technical Insights.